Hello, welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren, and where's Ian? Well, sometimes when you own your own business, you're the CEO, you're the CAO, and sometimes you're the janitor. And right now, Ian is being the janitor in our studio. So it's just you and me today as we take on week 3 of our Strengths and Swings class. Maybe he'll join us, but for now, let's get started with a light warm-up, and then we'll progress our skills. We've been working on our single arm swings, our cleans, and our lunges this week, including some presses, and as usual, the get up. So I have a bell off to the side. Let's get started with our body weight. With our feet underneath of us, I like to roll through those feet before we do some lunges. So we'll bend the knee, sending the knee forward and bending through those lunge toes. Then let's go right away to our double balance up and control the down on the other side. Repeat again, a double up and a control down. A double up, a control down, and then we'll add the bend to the knee, working on that ankle flexion as we push our knee towards over our toe. We'll extend the hip through to stand up tall, tall, do a double up, control the down, and repeat on the other side. Knee goes towards over the toe. We're sitting back a little bit in the hips, double up, and repeat one more time on each side. We feel the knee pressing, but the toes are staying heavy, and then we'll use our strength to extend that hip. One more double up, one more single knee bend. We're also feeling that work through the toes here as we prepare. Double up. This time we'll come all the way down to the floor. We'll try to keep the heels up high as we slowly descend, and then with or without those hands, the knees will land softly on the floor, the hips will extend. Let's do pointy toes out the back and sit back. Might feel that stretch through your legs after that bike ride yesterday. First big one of the season, felt good to be back out there. And because of bars and bells, my legs were just so strong climbing those hills. Hinge on the hips. Hands find the floor. We'll warm up those wrists for our get-ups. So right now we have flat hands and we'll rotate our elbow pits forward and gently drift in that forward direction, sending our shoulders towards over our fingers. Then we'll use our fingers and press ourselves back. Let's repeat that again as we pull, drifting forward, and then using our fingers to push ourselves back. And one last time as we drift forward, and then we'll push the palms away. We'll flick the floor away, shake that out, and do a full 180 rotation. Fingers land, calluses, and palms. Shoulders stay down again. We're sitting back, breathing. Let's push those fingers heavy now as we're here and press ourselves forward. And then again, we'll drift back. Fingers stay heavy. And then this time, peel the palms away, flick the floor, and give that a little shake out. For today's little warm up of the hips, let's get into that first plank and then into the Spider-Man position. So hands are on the floor. We'll come out to our first plank, which we'll need for the top of our kettlebell swing. So to prepare for that, our shoulders are pulled down, our butt cheeks are squeezed, our abs are braced, we're breathing and holding. Then let's take a single leg and bring that foot up beside the hand. This is what I call our Spider-Man. So right now my spine is still staying long. I'm trying to keep my hands flat on the floor. I'm reaching out my knee and out my back heel, splitting in half, and then pulling myself back together, and then switching legs. Other leg comes up, reaching out the back heel, out the front knee, splitting, then pulling back to center, lifting and placing back. Let's repeat that one more time on each side. With a little added bonus, we'll try to keep the foot heavy, but rotate the femur open, trying to open from that hip here. And then we're going to land the back knee. Once the knee is landed, let's try to kick our butt with that heel. Either the pointed or the flexed foot, keeping the back hip extended, the spine long. Then back toe will tuck, we'll lift, we'll put the foot back, and we'll switch feet. Reach long first, then knee lands. First we open femur. Let's let that femur rotate open again in the socket, keeping the foot heavy for now. Then back heel will land, knee will bend. We're trying to keep the hip extended and not dump into that low back. So keep squeezing the back cheek. Back toe will tuck. To get out of this, we'll lift the knee. This time we're gonna bring our back foot up, ending up in our low squat position. Let's hang out here for a second and enjoy the mobility and the strength it takes to be here. We have our knees pressing towards over our toe. Our spine is long. We're lifted. You might not be this low. You might be a little higher, and that's fine. And no matter where you are, push down to stand up tall, giving that a little shake out. Let's get those shoulders rolling in their sockets, and then we'll grab our bell. We've been working on our circumduction of the shoulder, which means we'll take our arm nice and straight. We'll elevate the blade, and then we'll pull it down. I actually like to stagger my stance, adjust as needed. With a nice straight arm, we'll start to bring it to your safe overhead. That might be here, it might be here, it might be here, but wherever it is, the shoulder's staying low, the elbow's trying to stay straight, and the cage is down. Now as we reach to the side, we're going to think about rotating that humerus in the socket. Not so funny, more challenging, as we rotate it all the way around so that our pinkies end up forward, and we return our arm to our side. Once the arm is there, gently retract the blade, scoop down on the lat, reach to the back wall, first an extension, then back to the humeruses as we rotate, humerus singular, rotate open to the overhead, and then pull down, lats, 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 lats. You'll need those when you press. Let's bring it down to the start position and shake that out right to the other side. Same thing, other arm. Check in with how this feels. If it feels good, let's go ahead and press. If it's not feeling so good, let's modify today. With a nice straight arm, we'll return that arm towards overhead. As we go here, check in, elbows straight, square to the front of the room, cages down. Then from here, start rotating in the socket, reaching, rotating the elbow pit all the way around so our pinky ends up forward and beside us. Now our blade retracts, our elbow stays straight. We reach to the back into extension. Keep the shoulder low as we rotate the pit of the elbow open from humerus or shoulder rotators, back to overhead, and then pull down, lats, 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 and shake that out. Great. We'll do one more quick check-in with those blades. Let's warm up that lunge. I know I told you kettlebell soon, it's coming. Single leg step back. Take your time pulling yourself down into this lunge. As we descend, the hips are square to the front of your room. Your ribs are over top and you're landing softly on that back leg. Now that we're here, we're going to push forward and back. Imagine hovering this back knee off the floor. So 99% of your weight is lifted, your hips remaining extended. That should be a lot of work through the front of this hip. We're staying up tall for 3, 2, and then relax. Whew, that's almost more work. Then pushing forward and back, 99% off the floor, then hover. Mid station, high station, and now control the down. One more soft landing, and then for practice, up together. Good, shake that out, repeat on the other side. Our other leg steps back, up on the back toes. First, we pull ourselves down. Cage over top, squared up, back hip extended. Whoa, we're ready. Soft landing. We should have a fairly vertical front shin. Our back toe is tucked. And again, we'll push forward and back, creating that tension, but keeping the hip underneath of us and the cage on top as we pretend to lift this back leg. So pretend. Use all the tension, use the muscles to pretend to lift, and then relax. Ooh. Then we'll pretend again so that when it comes time to take off, it's smooth. Mid station, high. One last pull down, squaring it up, femur, front femur, pulling in, soft landing. Then press up, together. Give that a little shake and wiggle. Let's check in with that overhead position one more time. So let's get those imaginary bells to the rack position, either fists or knife edges here. We'll shrug a shoulder up, pull a shoulder down, and slowly press our imaginary kettlebell towards overhead. As we press, we still engage that lat. When we're in our overhead position, how does it feel? No pinchy, no pain. Nice and easy. Shrug the shoulder up, pull the shoulder down, try to keep the elbows straight. Repeat, shrug up, pull down, try to get a little more overhead. One more time, shrug up, pull down. And now start to pull this guy down with a 500-pound kettlebell. Nice and controlled to the rack position. Relax that side. Same thing, other side. A light shrug up, but that's not where we press from, so we pull it down. We press the bell towards overhead. If you have those abs on, we have our light butt cheek squeeze. We have to move our sleeves because we're getting so jacked from our kettlebell work. And then we shrug up. We pull down, keep the elbow nice and straight. Repeat again. Shrug up, pull down, One more time, shrug up, pull down, and then we'll start to pull through the lat as we return the bell to the rack position. To warm up those elbows, we'll rotate the palms away, pull the blades together. I want you to imagine juicing an orange in your elbow pit as you press the floor away. So keep tension on the front of those arms as you press. Get to fully extend. Let me see those triceps bulging. Hold, 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 hold. And then relax, shake it out. All right, kettlebell, we meet again. I have a little bit lighter of a bell from last week because I knew I'd have to talk this entire practice. So I belled down by about 2 kgs just to make it a little bit easier on myself. You'll probably still hear the dragon breath, but right now, let's get started with a warm-up we haven't done in a little bit of time. Our halos. So I'm standing behind our bell. I'm going to pull myself down to that squat we explored earlier. Overhand grip, cuddle it, flip it up, hop with it to tall. Now from here, we're doing an ear, back of head, ear, front of head. Same direction again. Bell is moving around you. Core is staying nice and stable. Opening up those shoulders to center. Now let's repeat in the opposite direction for another 3. Ideally at the back of our head here, our bell is upright facing the floor. We're breathing. Last time, return it to center, step to the squat, pull yourself down, place it on the floor, stand up without. Give that a little shake. Let's prepare for our swings today, right away here, into our usual routine, which is standing behind the bell. And when I say swings, we've been practicing our single arm swings. If you're with us for that, let's do it. If you'd like to practice your two-handed swings, you can do the exact same drill, but with 2 hands. We start with our 1 stop, 2 hikes, 3 continuous first side. So that's a hip hinge, grip, tip, bell. First it's a hike and then a park. Then it's a hike and a swing and a park. Repeat that again. Hike, swing, through, park. Now it's 3 continuous. Pull. 1, 2, 3, park, bell. Up without. Whoo. First one's always a little burny, burn. Same thing, second side. Hip hinge, grip, tip, pull, park, pull, swing, through, park, repeat, pull, and park. One more time, let's get that breath with our swing. Exhale, now, and now, park, bell, place down. Shake that out. You have to have tension, but you must have relaxation. Wiggle those quads, wiggle the cheeks. All right. The other thing we've been working on in our practice on Tuesdays has been some presses. So last day we did some half get-ups with presses at the top. Today we are going to enjoy some full get-ups with presses at the top. Before we get to presses, let's warm up our cleans because we must press out of the rack position. Same drill as last time. 1 hike, 2 stop cleans, 3 continuous cleans. If you're unsure of what a clean is, we've been progressing these over the past couple of weeks in our semesters, building these skills. Please go back before you try anything outrageous. Hip hinge, grip tip, hike, park, hike clean, zip, through, park bell. Again, hike clean, zip, through, park bell. Okay, now it's 3 continuous. Hike, clean, back through rack, clean again, back through rack. One more time, and park. Sorry, I said back through the rack, I meant back through the hike position. Nice breath. Other side. Hike first, set up, hike park. Hike clean, zip, through park. We're trying to keep that bell tight to the body on the way up and on the way down. Now 3 in a row. Up, tight to body. Up, tight to body. Up, bell goes down. Up without. Nice. So we had that bell in the rack position. We've worked on our single arm swing warm up. It's time to get under a little bit of load and do some get-ups with some presses. We're gonna start at the top of our get up here, which is tricky because there's gonna be a lot of time under this kettlebell. We're gonna press the bell anywhere from 1 to 3 reps. Do a full get up down, a full get up back up, switch arms. Here we go. First side, I'm going to use my clean to get it there. Stand behind, hip hinge, grip, zip, rack. Now, 1 press, upwards of 3, 2, we have tension in our butts, tension in that off arm, 3, keep it there. Leg you can touch, drops back to that lunge, opens up, rotate hinges, sweeps through, elbow, back, keep the bell up, come back to standing via your get up, elbow, hand, bridge, sweep, press through, both legs help you stand up. We'll put the bell down safely, so we'll pull it down, swing through, park. That was one side. Luckily, we have 2 here today. If you don't feel like doing this with a kettlebell, maybe you do your presses, you put the bell down, you pattern that get up body weight, or you pattern it all body weight. Take your time. There's lots of time to perfect your skills. Clean to rack. Upwards of 3 presses. 2. 1 more. 3, good job. Leg you can touch. Step back, open, rotate hinge, sweep, elbow, press to your back, return back up with the hip, drive, the lift off, sweep through, press. Should be a get up song. Be a #1 hit through park. All right. So that was the top down get up. Now we must do the get up from the floor to standing. We're going to keep those presses at the top. Let's come down to the floor however you'd like. Get to that cuddle position and get started. Roll press. From here, get up, elbow, hand, bridge sweep, press through, stand up tall. All right, 3 presses here, or up to 3. 1, 2, 3. Keep it up. We have to get back down to where we started. Whew. Time underneath this bell has been progressing over our weeks as we pull the bell down and return it to the floor. Take your time. Spin yourself around. Get organized. Check in. Hair is still good. Same thing. Second side. Cuddle, roll, and press. Remember, this is a hip drive and a pull on the elbow. That first move is not a crunch. If you're treating it like a crunch, you're going to be limited in how much weight you can do that with. So take your time breaking. Whoa, stop talking and do your presses. Pull down. 1, 2, 1 more. Oh, good. Leg you can touch. Step back. Open. Rotate hinge. Sweep. Elbow. Press to your back. Bell pulls down. Returns to the floor. Good news. That's your last get up. Asterisk for now. Whew. Take a second, shake it out, grab a quick sip. And we're going to progress into the combo we've been working on over the past couple weeks. Well, 2 weeks. This is week 3. So what we have been working on is our single arm swing, then our clean, and then our lunge. And we're going to add some numbers here today, working up towards the number 3, and maybe even tearing it back down. So round 1, let's start there, will be 1 swing, 1 clean. Let's go leg you can touch. We'll drop back to our lunge, come up, swing through, switch hands, swing, clean. Leg you can touch, lunge, bell goes down. Okay, you can see where it's going. Only one place to start, at the beginning. First arm, hip hinge, grip tip, pull through, swing 1, clean. Leg you can touch, step back, up to tall, swing through, switch out front, but then swing again. Swing, clean, leg you can touch, up to tall, through, park bell. I started, so my odds, I'm starting with my dominant hand. My evens, I'm gonna start with my non-dominant hand. So next round, round 2, 2 swings, 2 cleans, 2 lunges, 1 on each leg. Swing through, switch, 2 swings, 2 clean, 2 lunges. First side, up to you. Non-dominant hand, try it. Swing, swing. Clean, clean. Zip. Zip. Pick a leg, 1, and up, 2, and up. Swing through, switch. Out front. 2 swings. 2 cleans. 1, tight to body. 2, step back, up 1, other leg, up 2. Swing through, park bell. Take some time off. After 2 is the number 3. Our pattern this time, we have to remember, because 3 is an odd number, and we have legs that can't do, we gotta make sure we do them all. So, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna go leg I can touch, 1, 2, 3, swing through, switch arms, same thing, leg I can touch. All right, first side, dominant arm, 3s, hike, 1, 2, 3, 3 cleans, tight to body. Other arm still comes with you. 3, drop back the leg you can touch for this round. 1, 2, 3, swing through, switch, keep your hinge out front, 3 swings. 1, 3 cleans. 1, 2, 3, leg you can touch. 1, 2, soft landing on the floor. 3, swing through, place. Couple seconds off, like 10 more seconds. We're going to do that routine. Same thing. Second side. No. Yes. So we're going to start with our non-dominant arm. This time, the leg that has the kettlebell is going to go back in our lunges. It's 3 Z's again. Hip hinge. Here we go. 3. 3 cleans. 1. 1 more. Now it's the leg that has the bell. Step back lunge, up. Step back lunge, up. Step back lunge, up. Swing through, switch hands in front. 3 swings. Chest tight. Plank at the top. 3, 1, 2, 3. Bell leg. 1, 2, 1 more. 3. Through park. Ooh. All right. Now, we all know. Goes 1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. So you have to bring it back down again. We'll start with that dominant hand. 2s. In 2s, we'll alternate our lunge leg. 1 more breath. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. Get ready. 2s. Swing. 1, 2. Clean, clean. What did I say? Alternate legs. 1 leg goes back. Other leg goes back. Swing through, switch. 2sies. Clean, clean. Pick a leg. Do the other one. Through park. All right. 1 remaining. Should we get wild on this last one? Yes is the answer. If you want, I guess. So I'm shaking my legs, trying to slow down my breath on this last single round. swing, clean, press, full get up down, full get up back up. Bell comes down. If you need it, break. Otherwise, swing through, switch, second side. Now, because we went up and down, I lost sides of which side's going to start. So I'm going to start on my dominant side so I can end with that non-dominant hand, make it really work for it. Ready? Hip hinge. One swing, one clean, one press, and then our lunge is here. Step back, step open, use your hinge stack. Sweep. So here we push away from our elbow. Now coming up, remember hip, drive, pull. Hand, bridge, sweep, press through, square up. Up, we'll pull the bell down to rack. Swing through, switch. Ones first. Swing. Clean. Up, overhead. One more routine today. Step back lunge. Rotate hinge. Sweep. Elbow. Push away. Come back up. Hip, drive. Hand. Bridge, sweep. Press through. Square up. Hippity hop. Pull down. Swing through. Park bell. Let's stand up, shake it out. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. One more time. In. And out. By one more time, I mean a couple more times. So in for 4. And out for 4. And in for 4. And out for 4. And a little added bonus, in for 4. Hold for 4. Exhale for 4. Hold empty for 4. One more time, in. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Nice breath in. And exhale. Excellent. Well, how's our strength and swings class? Went by like that. Thanks for joining me. Week 3. What will week 4 bring? You'll have to stay tuned and join us. In the meantime, on Thursday, we have our bar side of the room where we've been working on our push-ups and our hip mobility. And on Saturday mornings, we practice our body weight routine. So all you need is this, a little bit of space, work on your crawls, progressing towards upside down handstands, as well as some single leg squats. Stay tuned for that. If you haven't checked out our website, subscribe to our newsletter via that, barsandbells.com, Patreon, and remember, like and subscribe on YouTube. Until next time, take care, stay strong, let's train soon. Goodbye.